Welcome to Amaya channel. I'm making a video on maths for paper 2 for maths. Okay, so there I'm going to teach number system. I'm going to explain what and all is needed for writing the CTET maths paper. Okay, so you have to just see in a very short part. I'm going to explain most of the important part that is going to be needed by you for writing CTET paper, maths part specifically I'm discussing right now. So first thing, we will start very fast and we will discuss most important points. So first, what is digits? So you know that there are total 10 digits, 10 single digits. Then you will be saying what are the 10 single digits? The 10 single digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the 10 single digits exactly including 0. So total 10 digits are there. Total how many digits are there? 10 digits are there and they are exactly called as digits. Now number system में numeration. What is numeration? Number system में numeration का बहुत value होता है. So first we have to understand about numeration. So there are two different type of numeration. Numeration means how we speak the cluster of digits. Like cluster of digits, like if somebody will give you 4, somebody will give you 4, 5, 6, 7. Then in Indian system, what you will do? First work, what you are doing is you are putting one arrow, we are putting one comma and then you are saying that it is 4567. So this is exactly called as numeration. When we exactly see the digits in a cluster, then we exactly try to read the digit presence. Okay, then there are two different ways to read it out. One is Indian system, another one is international system. Okay, Indian system or Hindu Arabic system, in that system you will be seeing one very simple thing, and that is you'll be seeing that ones, thousand, lakh and crore. So these places are there. Ones place is there, thousand place is there, lakh is there and crore is there. So ones place is for 3 digits. Ones place is for how many digits? Ones place is for 3 digits. Ones place is for how many digits? Ones place is for 3 digits. This is called as ones, tens, hundred. Then it is called as thousand, 10,000. Then lakh, 10 lakh. Crore, 10 crore. Crore and 10 crore. So just imagine one number. So whenever that number will be written, what we are going to do? So we will just create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can arrange it horizontally also, you can arrange it vertically also. So what in simple system, if somebody will tell you to write down this one, so you will be just writing it as one box is needed to do it. One small box is needed to do it. So what you are going to do is you just make a box, or just without box also. If a number is given to you, how to represent 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. So 100% what you are going to do that? First is ones, tens, 100. Comma, after that 2, 2. Thousand, 10,000. Lakh, 10 lakh. Crore, 10 crore. Okay, crore, 10 crore. Till here they will be giving. So how we are going to do that? 54, how we are going to read it as 54 crore 45 lakh 67,891. 54 crore, because 5 is on tens place, so we are reading it as 54 crore. What we are going to read it as? 54 crore 45 lakh 67,891. So exactly this box, if you will create, this box will clear out many doubt. First, this place is exactly for crore. Then next to digit lakhs. Then next to digit thousand. So this place is for thousand. And then for 100, 1, 2, 3. For 100, 1, 2, 3. So now if you will create this line, so now if somebody will be telling you, write about 3, 0, 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So first work, you start writing from this 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, 0, 0, 3. So now here in ones place, so this is ones place for crore, this is tens place. So this one will become 3 crore 12,456. 3 crore, because it is in ones place, so 3 crore 12,456. 3 crore 12,456. So now in international system, if they will say, then how we are going to do in international system? International system is exactly somewhat same like Indian system, but there we are putting commas after every 3 digits. After every 3 digits, like Indian system, we are putting first in 100 place 3 digits, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. So for Indian system, first we will put here and then we will put after 2 digits. Okay, but same number in international system, will be taken as after 3. After 3. How many? After 3. So it is exactly containing 3 places. Look here. Ones place will be having 3 digits. Okay. 1000 place will be having 3 digits. And then million place will be having 3 digits. So it is only having ones, thousands and million. 1000 and million. Okay. And there if we will have to put exactly after every 3 digits. Now if somebody will be giving you this one 2198765. So first we will start writing from 4, 5. So how to read it? Again we will make box and we will try to locate the point. We will make box and we will try to locate the point how to do this one. So if somebody will be making a box and will try to learn first 3 locations are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now for 3 is exactly ones, another 3 is for 1000 and another 3 is for million. Okay, so if any number will be written like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 7, then how to read it? Then we are going to read it as 456,612,000. Okay, 456,128,000 and 127 and 127. So we read it like this. So 456 million 456. So 456 million 128,000 and 127 and 127 and 127. This is a way to read out. Now we are going towards another important point that two things are there. We are exactly going to understand. One word is called as place value. Another word is called as face value. So there are two systems are there. One is exactly called as place value. Another one is called as face value. So what is the difference between place value and face value? Based on this one questions many a times in CTET exam they are asking. So now 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7. 2, 3, 4 if we are writing and somebody will ask you what is the place value of 6. Then you are going to take 6 and after 6 how many digits are there? That many zeros you are going to put. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the place value of 6? The place value of 6 is exactly what? 1000 place. So here 60,000. So here it is coming as 60,000 for the place value of 6. So now if same question they will ask what is the place value of 2. So place value of 2 will become 200. So 100 place it is there. So 10,000 place here it is 6 is there. So here it is in 100 place. So if somebody will say you what is the place value of 3, then you can say the place value of 3 is 100 place. Okay, so it will become 300. So place value of 3 will become 300. Place value of 6 will become 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Place value of 2 will become 200. In the same way, if somebody will be asking you what is the face value of 6 here. So what is the face value of 6? Then you will say the face value of 6 will be 6 itself. The face value of 6 will be 6 itself. The face value of 3 will be 3 itself. The face value of 4 will be 4 itself. Okay. The face value of 2 will be 2 itself. The face value of 5 will be 5 itself. Okay. The face value of 4 is 4. The face value of 3 is 3. The face value of 6 is 6. So we are not going to put 0 after face value. Face value means same number. Same value, irrespective of their position, we are only writing that number as face value. But in place value, we are exactly writing its position. Okay, we are writing its position. So this is the difference between place value and face value. Now how they are asking questions? How they are asking questions. Let's see one question. What is the difference between the place value and the face value of 5? First, what is the difference between the place value and face value of 5? So just check this one out. 865432 is there. Now this 5 is exactly there. So this 5 place value is 5, 1, 2, 3 zeros. And what is its face value? Face value is number itself. So now subtract this one out. So it will come 5994. So answer will become 4995. So place value will become, the difference between the place value and the face value will come 4995. So another way, another one question, what is the difference between the place value and the face value of, if this number I am changing, 91874612. So if they will ask what is the difference between the place value and face value of 7, then what you will write? First you will write 7 and then you will write 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and then what is the face value? What is the face value? The face value is the number itself. So 7 you will put. So place value is 7, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and face value is number itself. So when we will subtract, what we will get? 10 minus 3 is 7. Then 9996. So the answer will come 69993. Okay. So now the number, this, find the sum of place values of both the 9s. So another type of question which is coming in exams. So like 2 and 9 are there. So 1 9 is exactly present in this location. So after this 9, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. After this 9, how many zeros? After this 9, 3 zeros. So they are telling the sum of these two. So it will become 9000, 9000. So this is the answer. So 9000, 9000, option 2 will become the answer. So we do no need to these many steps. Directly you can write 9 these many zeros by 9 these many zeros and add it out. So answer will come in one line, not even in one line you will be able to do. Find the sum of face value of all the 8s. So what is the sum of face values of all the 8s? How many 8 is there? 1, 2, 3. It is not place value. It is face value. So for face value, we will write the number itself. So face value it is coming as 8 plus 8 plus 8. So it is coming as 8 plus 8 plus 8 because the face value of a number is number itself. So it will come 8 3s are 24. So answer will come 2 as answer. Answer 2 is coming as answer. Okay. So now types of number. Now we are going to go towards next type, types of number. How many different type of numbers are there? So different number systems are there. First is called as natural number. You know the set of natural number are those numbers which starts from 1 and goes to positive infinity. Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the number which is starting from 1, it will not go left of 1. So the number which is starting from 1 and goes towards infinity will be called as natural number. Okay. Then 0 is not a natural number. Most important part is many a times you will by mistake many people they are writing 0, but 0 is not a natural number. Natural number starts with 1. Next is whole number. But what is exactly the most important thing you must remember that natural number starts with 1. Natural number set starts with 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till positive number. Whole number is also a type of natural number, but whole number is having one number extra, that is 0. In the set of whole number starts with 0. Whole number starts with 0 and exactly it is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till positive infinity. So here most important section I discussed that the whole number is only having one digit extra. So if somebody will be asking you what number is exactly present in whole number but not in natural number, then you will say that whole number is having one digit extra and that is 0. Natural number starts from 1, whole number starts with 0. Whole number starts with 0. Okay. Now we are going towards integer. So where integer set is exactly the set of whole numbers, but the numbers are exactly positive and negative. So integers will only be containing numbers which are exactly positive and negative. So integer, if you want to represent on number line, it will start with 1, 2, 3, 4 till positive infinity, till -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 till negative infinity. So whatever set of numbers are there, negative or positive number, that will come under integer. But most important part here is 0 is neither a positive number nor a negative number. So operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division with integers can be possible, and we can divide. But here addition of two integers, we have to be very careful, because if that location one positive and one negative will be there, then everything will go off. So I will explain about integer. The more we will encounter questions, that time I will exactly whatever video related to the questions I am going to make, that time I am going to explain different examples. Okay, so integer, one simple question I am asking, is this one integer? 4 by 5 an integer? What will be your answer? Yes or no? The answer is no. It is not an integer. Integer never contains any fraction or decimal values. Okay. So integer will be only containing like -2, -3, -1, 0. If any number like 1 by 2 is there, it is exactly a rational number, means it will be in the form of p by q, or we can say it as fraction, but it is not an integer. But beta, most important part here is that here 1 and 2, they both are integer. 1 is an integer, 2 is also an integer, but 1 by 2 is never an integer. 1 by 2 is never an integer. Okay, 1 by 2 is a fraction or a rational number, but 1 by 2 is never an integer. So integer does not contains a fraction, integer does not contains decimals. So only absolute numbers will be there, either positive or negative. So that will be called as integer. Okay. Now positive numbers will be starting from here. Negative numbers also you can 0, because going to the left side value of the number decreasing. So now you have to understand one thing. In the number line system, when you will go from 0 towards left, the value will keep on becoming less. When you will go from 0 towards right, the value will keep on becoming more. So if somebody will ask from you 5 or 0, which number is greater, then what answer you are going to give? You will say that 5 is greater than 0. But if somebody will ask -5 and 0, between -5 and 0, which one is greater, then you will say that -5 is lesser than 0. Though 5 is a bigger number, but with 5 negative is there, so 0 will become greater than -5. Okay, 0 will become greater than -5. So now next is even number. All the set of numbers which is divisible by 2 will be called as even number. Odd numbers in the number. So one more important thing I need to discuss here. When you write digits now, except 0, when you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when you write like this, then in 10 numbers, half of the number will be odd and half of the number will be even. So here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers are exactly odd. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 5 numbers are even. So when we see a set of consecutive numbers, so if we will count the numbers, then half of the number will be odd and half of the number will be even. Half of the number will be odd and half of the number will be even. Half of the number will be odd and half of the number will be even. So now definition of odd numbers, you can say that which numbers are not even are odd numbers. The numbers which are not divisible by 2 are called as odd number, or the numbers which are not even are called as odd numbers. So in the number system, half of the numbers, if we will take 1 to 20, from number 1 to 20 if we will take, from number 1 to 20 if we will take, then 10 numbers will be even and 10 numbers will be odd. Okay, 10 numbers will be even and 10 numbers will be odd. So between 1 to 100 if we will take, then 50 even numbers will be there in that and 50 odd numbers will be there. So 50 even numbers will be there and 50 odd numbers will be there. So this even and odd system, I hope you might have understood. Now we will go for rational number and irrational number. So those numbers which is in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0, are called as rational numbers. So rational numbers can be negative also. So minus 4 by 5, minus 1 by 2, 0, 1, 3, all are exactly rational numbers. So integers are also rational. One very important thing, many a time there is a confusion that integers are not rational. Then you have to understand one very important point, that these numbers are having one hidden down of it. So that's why they are integers, but since they are integers also and they are rational also. So what we can say, that integers are also rational number. What are integers? Integers are also rational numbers. Now you have to understand difference between rational number and irrational number. So rational number is of two types. You have to understand this difference, because in competition and all these type of confusions are coming very often. So rational number can be terminating, rational numbers can be terminating and non-repeating, okay, and non-terminating and repeating. Okay, so rational number is of two types. One type will be called as terminating and non-repeating, means which can get terminated and which will not repeat, like 1 by 2. So mostly in the denominator, if 2, 5 is there, then it will be always coming as terminating and non-repeating, like 1 by 2. So it is exactly 0.5. So it is, the numbers are not continuously coming again and again. So it is called as terminating and non-repeating. What it is called as? It is called as terminating and non-repeating. So if 8 by 5 is there, then what we can do? We can multiply 2 up, 2 down. So it is coming 16 by 10, that is coming as 1.6. Again it is terminating, non-repeating. But if somebody will write number like 1 by 3. So 1 by 3, what you are going to write? 1 and 3. So here put decimal, it will become 10. So it will come as 0, then 9, 1 again 0. So 0.3333. So that means what? This 0.33333333 will keep on coming. So for that, what we are doing? We are writing 0.3 bar. Bar is indicating that the number keeps on repeating. So what it is exactly called as? Non-terminating and repeating. Means it will repeat, so it is called as repeating. And it is non-terminating. It is what? It cannot get terminated. Means it cannot get end. It will keep on going. So that's why it is called as non-terminating and repeating. So this is exactly type of rational number. A type of rational number where you can get a perfect answer, it is called as terminating, non-repeating. But where the termination is not possible, so we are calling it as non-terminating and repeating. Non-terminating and repeating. Now what is irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are those numbers, irrational numbers are those numbers which are non-terminating, non-repeating. So either it will also not terminate and it will also not repeat. Like here in the rational number, you have seen that 0.3333. So it is exactly non-terminating. Now it cannot get terminated, but it is repeating. So you can put bar in this. Okay, like 0.414141. So it is not getting terminated. But what is there? You can put bar and you can exactly write like this. But here in non-terminating, non-repeating, the numbers will not follow any sequence. Like 0.1234, 10123145 So here you are seeing that after 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 came, but after that again no repetition of digits. So repetition of digits in a particular manner like 414141 will not be there. So that is called as non-terminating. First though the answer will keep on coming. So it is called as non-terminating and it is not repeating like this. So since it is not repeating like this and it is not terminated, it is called as irrational number. So roots are always irrational. Pi is also irrational. So root 2, root 5, root 7, they are all irrational numbers. What they are? They are all irrational numbers. So I hope you might have understood that what is irrational, what is rational. Now we will go for the next one. We will go for the next one, and that is called as prime number. Now what is the definition of prime number? Says that the definition of prime number says that the number which is either divisible by itself or by 1 is called as prime number. So for prime number you have to understand 2 is divisible by itself and 2 is divisible by 1. 3 is divisible by itself. So 3 is divided by 3 only, and 3 can be divided by 1. So a number which is divided by itself, okay, the number which is divided by itself, okay, the number which is divided by itself or by 1 is called as prime number. Okay, so only one number which is even number, only one prime number which is even number is 2. Only one prime number which is even number is 2. So 2 is the only prime number which is an even number. Okay, 1 is not a prime number. Don't have misconception. The prime number sequence starts from 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 97, 17. So generally they will give you a number and they will tell you that is it a prime number or not. Is it a prime number or not? So now prime number divisibility will not come, so don't go for that. We will go for the next one, composite numbers. So the numbers which are not prime number are called as composite numbers. The numbers which are not prime numbers are called as what? The numbers which are not prime numbers are called as composite numbers. So what are composite numbers? The composite numbers, like 4 is a composite number. 4 can be divided by 2. So why 4 is a composite number? Because 4 can be divided by 2, 4 can be divided by 4, and 4 can be divided by 1 also. Means a number which can be divided by itself or by with 1 or by with any other number, then it will be called as composite number. So 6 is divided by 3, 6 is divided by itself, 6 is divided by 1. So 6 is also a composite number. So the number which are not prime are called as composite numbers. Okay, so it will have, so 1 is not a composite number. Remember, 1 is not a prime number, 1 is also not a composite number. So 1 is not a prime number, 1 is also not a composite number. So now when we are talking about real numbers, next we are going towards real number. Any number, real number is a very big set. In that you will be getting positive numbers. Integers also comes inside real number. Rational numbers also comes inside real number. Okay, but only complex number does not comes under real number. Complex contains imaginary number, so real number does not understand complex. Apart from that, rational, irrational, integer, whole number, even number, everything comes inside real number only. Okay, so now 2-digit number, how to present a 2-digit number. If somebody will be telling you how to present a 2-digit number, then any digit like 56 is presented. So what you will say, 5 is the tens place and 6 is the unit place. What is 5? 5 is the tens place and 6 is the unit place. So how to represent by variable? So we will write 10x plus y. So 10x means the number for x is exactly multiplied with 10. So now it is written as 5 into 10 plus 6. Now understood? So variable x is 5 and y is 6. So that means what? If I want to represent a 2-digit number, then 2-digit number will be presented as 5 into 10 plus 6. But if I want to present a 3-digit number like 756 in variable form, so how we are going to write? We will write this is x, this is y, this is z. Then in variable form, x is in 100 place, so 100 into x. Y is in tens place, so y into 10. And 6 is in ones place, so 6 into 1. Understood? So it is coming as 100x, y into 10 and 6. So this is exactly presentation. So here it will become 7 into 100 plus 5 into 10 plus 6. So this is a way of representing the number. So if n digits will be there, if n number of digits will be there, then to 0, 0, 0 will continue. So now we have to understand greatest digit number and small digit number, smallest. So when somebody will give you what is the greatest 5-digit number, among 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope everybody knows about it. So greatest 5-digit number can be 99999 because 9 is the greatest single digit. Now smallest 5-digit number. For writing smallest 5-digit number, we cannot start with 0. We have to start with 1. So it will become 1000. Okay. Now another one concept is there. If they will ask that greatest 5-digit number when the digits are not repeating. Greatest 5-digit number when the digits are not repeating, then that time you will write 98765. Okay, why? Because digits are not repeating. So 9 can come in the unit 10, 100,000, 10,000 place. Then after we cannot use 9 again because they told don't you repeat it. So now another bigger number is 8. After 8, what is the bigger number? Then 7 and then 6 and then 5. So the greatest 5-digit number when numbers are not repeated will be coming as this. In the same way, the smallest 5-digit number when the number is not repeating, then you have to start with 0, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4. This will become the smallest 5-digit number when the digits are not repeating. This will become the smallest 5-digit number when the digits are not repeating. Okay. Now additive identity and additive inverse. What is exactly this property is? Commutative property work well with commutativity with respect to addition and commutativity with respect to multiplication. What is commutative property? Commutative property says that if A plus B is there, then it will become B plus A. This is called as commutative property with respect to addition. Like if I will add 2 plus 3, then it will be equal to 3 plus 2. So this is called as commutative property with respect to addition. Same way, if it will be there multiplication, then it will become 2 into 3, it will become 3 into 2. So this will be called as commutative property with respect to multiplication. Commutative property with respect to multiplication. Commutative property with respect to multiplication. So now additive identity and additive inverse. What is additive identity? So additive identity, remember, if a number is there, so what you are going to add in this number so that you will get the number again. If what I am going to add in 4 so that I will get the number itself, then you will say better you add 0, then you will exactly get 4 itself. So the number what you are going to add in 4 so that you will get 4 again, this property is called as additive identity. This property is called as additive identity, and additive identity is commutative in nature. Like if you will add 4 plus 0 or 0 plus 4, they both are exactly going to give you 4 only. So commutative property is additive in nature. So now additive inverse. What does additive inverse means? If somebody will ask you what is the meaning of additive inverse, so what is the additive inverse of 5? Then you will say additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. So answer will always come 0. Answer must always come 0 in additive inverse. Means inverse of a number. So what is the additive inverse of a number? So additive inverse of a number can be what? Additive inverse of a number. So what is additive inverse of 5? Minus 5. What is additive inverse of minus 3? Then you will say if minus 3 is there, then its additive inverse is plus 3. So that 0 will become answer. So now if somebody will ask you what is the additive inverse of 101, then you will say additive inverse of 101 is minus 101. So that answer will come 0. So that answer will come 0. So now we will go for multiplicative identity. So this is again commutative in nature. So what you must multiply to a number so that you can get the number again. What you must multiply to a number so that you can get the number again comes under multiplicative identity. So if somebody will be giving you a number A, then A must multiply to 1 to get A itself. So it is commutative with respect to multiplication. 1 into A is A. A into 1 is 1. A. So that is exactly called as multiplicative identity. Now what is multiplicative inverse? What is multiplicative inverse? So what you are exactly going to multiply, you will get the number itself. It will be calling it as multiplicative inverse. So what is the multiplicative inverse of A? So what will be the multiplicative inverse of A? The multiplicative inverse of a real number A is 1 by A. So here also you have to check that when A is there, and its multiplicative inverse is 1 by a. So when you will multiply, this answer will come always 1. Okay. So multiplicative inverse of a is 1 by a. What is the multiplicative inverse of 5? Then you will say multiplicative inverse of 5 is 1 by 5. So when we will multiply, answer will always come 1. So what is the multiplicative inverse of 1 by 7? So multiplicative inverse of 1 by 7 is 7. So that when it will cancel, answer will come as 1. So multiplicative inverse of is same as reciprocal of number. So multiplicative inverse of a real number a is 1 by a. This is what we discussed. Now comes associative rule and this distributive rule. What is associative rule? Associative rule is of two types, and associativity with respect to addition, associativity with respect to multiplication. Like if somebody will say 3 plus 4 in bracket plus 5 equal to 3 plus 4 plus 5. So this is exactly additive, associative with respect to addition. So when you will add, you will get the same number 12 this side, this side. But and another is associativity with respect to multiplication. So in multiplication also 3 into 4 into 5. So this is coming under associativity with respect to multiplication, associativity with respect to addition. Now operation of numbers. What does exactly coming under operation of number? This I will show you in next video.